Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. Last time we learned that we need some rare red rock in order to fix the Masamune. So Melchior told us you can't find it anymore, but it used to be used as money a long time ago. So our idea, he's from 1000 AD, and he probably means, way back 65 million years ago. So that's where we went. And now we're stuck here. Did I leave any spots out in the middle? Probably. Anyway, since last time, I've done the little bit of grinding that I said I was going to do, fighting News in the hunting range up to the north there. And if we come to the forest maze, after talking to some of the people who said they saw reptites heading this way, we find Chrono here. Chrono, take my stuff. Okay. Why would you take my stuff? Chrono like Ayla best. Ayla like Chrono, but Chrono no like. Please do not promote violence. She smacked him upside the head. You know why I punish? Ayla no like Chrono. No, Ayla like Chrono best. No more do bad stuff, okay? Well, their morality is pretty damn straightforward and on the nose. But I can't argue with it. Don't be a dick. Give my stuff back. Yeah, I'd like to be able to leave at some point. And this wouldn't be a video game if it wasn't taken by somebody else, so now I gotta go find it. Yeah, where'd they go? They ran into the trees. Now, if you recall, we couldn't come in here before, but now the path has been laid open for us, presumably trampled by a bunch of reptites. Anyway, Chrono go back to village. Chrono protect village when Ayla not there. Chrono is man, so if Ayla die, Chrono chief then. Not exactly sure how that works, but sure. You are gentle at heart. Anyway, we gotta chase the reptites and we gotta get stuff back. Alright, first things first. During this part of the game, Ayla is locked into our party, so we have to pick one of the other three in order to accompany us. So I did a bunch of fights with Robo as the third character, and then one fight each with Marley and with Luca there. These are the abilities that I learned in the meantime. Rolo Kick, which is described on the bottom there as Rolo kicking the enemy. That doesn't explain anything, but sure, why not? A Savage Cat Attack, not bad, and Rock Throw is what we're working on next. Now, on the level 2 side of things, we learned a bunch of different things. From getting Rolo Kick, and I believe at Cyclone we get Drill Kick, which is a dual attack, which is actually quite decent. We have Volt Bite, pairing Cat Attack with Lightning. Flame Kick, pairing Fire with Rolo Kick. And this one's weird. This one, based on the amount of MP that Robo's using, it would suggest that it uses Robo Tackle, but I swear this makes better use, at least animation-wise, of Laser Spin than it does Robo Tackle, but I could be wrong. It also uses Rolo Kick as its other piece there. So anyway, the other thing is, so that's the progress we've made on Heal Beam there. We are closing in on learning Haste, and we're closing in on learning Protect there. Chrono has been working on Lightning 2, which is an all-targeting spell, which we will be more than happy to take a look at shortly. And the last thing is, while I was fighting the enemies up there, I got enough Rock Helms and Ruby Vest to have at least 6 total. So that's 1 for each of the characters we have now, and a spare for later. You are still set up on the Berserker, though I should probably take that off and give you something else. You started with a Power Scarf, which of course gives you more damage, which you would definitely benefit from. Let's give you the Rage Band and give Chrono, I don't know, what should I give you? Speed is good. Speed is pretty much your best friend. Give you the Rage Band. They've got magic. Yeah, I think that's pretty much good enough. Alright, this area contains a number of enemies. It also contains a number of treasure chests. The treasure chests are relatively well hidden, considering this is a What do they call it here? They've called it a forest maze, I think is the title. Yeah, so without the critical, or the berserker on there, we get a lot less damage out of Ayla, but definitely still good. Now, these guys will turn red after you attack them, and they become a red eaglet. Now they have a higher physical defense. I'm not sure, other than that, what it affects. They just transform if you deal enough damage to get them down there, but if you deal too much, like I did last time with Ayla with her critical, they don't make the transformation. So there's a revive. Now, there's a number of encounters on here. I don't know exactly where all of them are, just because I'm so used to skipping most of them as I come through here. Got some more kill wallas. Let's show off some of our techs. Oh, there's another one popping down there. Take a look at some of the techs we have access to. A basic Rolo kick. A rather savage looking double tech, or double kick. Cool. Hurry up. Yay, let's see. Cat attack. Even more damage. I like it. Let's take a look here at drill kick. I like a lot of the animations for the double techs, even though their uses, depending on which tech it is, can definitely vary a lot. And sometimes they're quite useful, sometimes they're not useful at all. Mid-tonic. Pretty sure I know where all the chests are in here. If you had to ask me, you know, how many chests there were in here, I have no idea. But, yeah, I thought there was a battle here. But, other than that, like, at least I can find them all. Ow! Don't throw me into Ayla. Nice counter. Show off Volt Bite here. Oh, okay. She's electrified now. One of my favorite dual techs that we get early game, because one, the damage is immense, and two, it's just a really cool animation. Excellent. I love it. All right. Don't get stuck on things. Okay. Another revive. Pretty much anytime there's an open area like this, you're bound to run into a bunch of enemies. All right, so let's show off one of Robo's dual techs here. Now you're throwing a Chrono. Jeez, you guys are evil. Let's show off a spin there. I guess, yeah, that probably uses the animation more from Robo Tackle, even though it isn't really all that much on that either. Yeah, the winged apes are pretty powerful, so you do have to kind of be careful around them. We only have the one dual tech there. Some normal attacks. Have I shown off Robo Tackle? If not, I'm pretty sure I have, but if not, we'll do it there. There's a lot of points in this game where it's easier to use physical attacks on a lot of enemies, because you're only saving, like, you know, half a turn or 1 turn or 2 turns, and you don't take a lot of damage, so it's a lot of times it's more useful, or at least more economical, to not use a lot of your MP. So I'm gonna try my best to show off a good array of different types of techs in battle, even on top of already showing them off once. Yeah, so these guys are definitely going to be weak to lightning, so it's a good idea to make use of them. And I never get to use Rocket Punch, so we're going to use that again. This is one of those areas that when I was a kid, I missed a bunch of stuff, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. There was a number of treasure chests that I never got, including that one. I believe that was one of the ones I missed growing up. I could never figure out how exactly I was supposed to get that. Here, we're going to go up this way, and we'll go over here. There's a heal. Is there a battle around here? Can't remember. Yeah, here's the way out. And I just never thought to go underneath the path here and go pick that up there. So there's a path up there. And if you continue back on the path we were already on, I missed a fork up here. So let's go take this one, which will eventually loop us around. No battle though? Okay, fine. There's a battle. Okay. And this will loop us around to the spot we've already been to. Let's throw up the laser spin. Get a good variety going with different types of abilities. That enough damage? Yeah. Yeah, Ayla just kicks a lot of ass. I remember when I first got her, you know, way back in my first couple of playthroughs, it's like, okay, she's super powerful. I always want her in my party. So yeah, that's the treasure there. And then we just dip down here, and I'm pretty sure that's all the treasure in there. Here, we have the Reptite layer. Before we go in there, though, let's switch up our party and show off some more dual techs. Yep, I dig it. Like the music. Now, this place pissed me off actually as a kid it didn't piss me off because I didn't know anything about it. It pisses me off now because it's tedious and there are lots of things about this that I didn't actually know. Now, I actually want you to go there. Now, the way this works is you can either go down the one main hole or you can wait for these guys to dig their own holes. Interestingly enough, though, if you wait for them to start digging a hole and talk to them, you'll stop them from digging a hole there. I did not know this until sometime in the last couple of months. All the time I've played this video game, I never knew that. Now, I believe this one's low enough down. The way this works is there's actually 4 quadrants here, and they all lead down to different rooms. Not that you would ever know this for, you know, playing the game yourself, because if you're like me, you just ran in here, went down the first hole, and then moved on because you never saw any of these other rooms. But there are indeed additional rooms in here, and we're going to try and show them off. This should be the bottom right room. And you can kind of see there's a room up to the top and a room to the left. So this should be the bottom right one. Is this the one where he digs? There's one of these rooms that's a separate room that the guy can dig another spot leading to a second offshoot area that I didn't know existed either. And there it is. Okay. Anytime you approach any of the holes in any of these little quadrant-based rooms, you're going to run into all the enemies that are still left on the screen. So let's see here. They don't have a dual tech together yet, do they? Oh. Well, I guess I'm not going to show off a dual tech with these guys. Can't remember what the fly traps actually do, to be honest. Now, all of the techs that I was talking about there, I learned them off screen when I was doing the grind there, which is why you didn't get to see them. They're the first techs that you haven't got to see me actually learn. So we're going to go down this hole. And yeah, this is the room that I basically never get to see. We get a full ether, which is quite a bit more powerful than what you would expect us to have at this point. Ayla, take out the Megasaur. He shouldn't be no challenge for... Hey, what the hell's with that defense? Alright. This is another one of those guys, like the little brown dinosaurs that we've been fighting before. Defense power decreased when shocked. Now we can actually deal some damage to this guy. Again, the animations for a lot of Ayla's attacks are freaking awesome. Even like, especially the dual attacks, they're really, really cool. You know, she just hovers on her spell and gets launched by it. It's really cool. All right, those guys I don't think dig any more holes, so I'm not really worried about that. get some lightning going there. That's single targeting only. Let's get you going with napalm. And Chrono, you can get kissed by Ayla. Show off that animation. If they're still alive, which I don't think they are. Did the other guy get attacked by the Evil Weevils? I wasn't paying attention. I guess we'll show off the kiss animation later. So that's everything that's around here. I don't think there's any hidden stuff here. I don't think. So yeah, if we'd fallen down the other hole, we would have ended up over on the other side over there. Let's drop down here. And hello, we have the reptites that we've seen before, and another Megasaur. Does Slash count to lower their defense? I know it's lightning or magic based. I'm pretty sure it's lightning based as well. Does that do it? Doesn't say defense power decreased when shocked, so I'm guessing not. And it does not. Okay. Let's do fire on the other guy there. See if we can finish that guy off real quick. And now we can finish off this guy. So they're weaker to magic than they are to physical. Revives from shock, so they will eventually gain their defense back. In this case, it's have you kiss yourself there if the enemy's not dead again. You barely got to see that. We'll show that off in another fight here. Because yeah, you didn't get to see much there. Right. Let's bring in Robo again. Let's fight all four of these guys. Why I wanted Robo. And laser spin the crap out of them. And they should all fall down just like they did earlier on. There we go. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, this area was a lot shorter when I was a kid. Just take a look at the whole room that we've got here. Anytime you try and, well, you can get that chest, but anytime you try and get the other chest, you are forced into the battle there. So let's do another laser spin, and then go for the Robo kick there. Finish off two of these guys, or well, one of them there. And then this should be enough damage. I just like how powerful a lot of her techs sound. So here's what Kiss looks like. Which is a nice little animation. And like I said before, it does also restore status, so that's an important aspect of things as well. Alright, so there's another full ether. Now, if you run right away, you're not forced to battle that cave ape down below. Because I'm going to end up fighting the exact same battle right here. Actually, you know what? I can bypass that one too. What am I talking about? If you continue to go up, you will eventually go to the end of the dungeon. But as I said before, this area can be pretty long. This is the only one where you can skip a battle if you're in like a single room with one of those guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a bunch of cutting around, cutting out battles and all that, so we can see all the different spots that you can go to find all the different treasure in this area. So I'm just going to stand still, and lucky for me, fast forward is a thing. Stop doing that. Alright, as you can see, they're kind of dumb with fast forward on, they'll all go in the same spot, so we'll go down over here. We'll show you what we can do if we fall down here. Room with nothing. And then we'll go down over here. You can hear one of the other ones pounding away from one of the other sides. And this leads us to this room over here. As you can see, there's a treasure chest over there, so there is another room. This one we just have to fight another one of these guys. Okay, just so you know, using something like Volt Bite against the Megasaurs before they've been shocked the first time is not particularly helpful. It doesn't do full damage. So anyway, we're just going to keep doing this, and I will loop around and I'll show you another one. Okay, we're back. I think this one might be a little too far over to the left, so we'll try it. If it does get me to the right spot, great. It does. Okay, perfect. So here we get a mid-ether, and another battle against the same enemies. Alright, finish off those guys. Down this portal here takes us over here to these guys, getting us a full tonic. And after those guys, we'll go down here, which will take us back down here. Alright, we're back, and this one should lead us to the top right drop down. There we go. And that one contains a mid-ether. Alright, and after that one, we'll pop down here. And that drops me into a room I have not been to yet. Nice. There's a ruby vest in here. Okay, and then of course this one will just lead us down to there we go. Alright, so this one here should be good enough for the bottom right again, and the reason why we want to go to the bottom right again is because this hole should be different from the one that this guy dug for us last time around. Alright. My memory of this is not the greatest in the world because, as I said before, it's something I haven't done I never did any of this stuff as a kid. I just went down the main hole, which I still haven't shown you yet. Alright, you can fight these guys if you want by talking to them when they're not trying to dig. If they're trying to dig, you'll cancel their dig, but you don't have to fight them ever, so I'm not going to worry about it. This is... I think... Yeah, this is the original one. I never showed this path off. I don't think this one leads to any treasure, though. But anyway, we'll keep some battles in here. Let's use Slash against these guys. Decided to bring Luke in a little bit there, just to balance out the amount of tech points that I have with everyone. Try and learn their next abilities in and around the same time. But yeah, this is the way I did it as a kid. I went down the first hole, I went down the second hole, and then we arrived at the big room with all the reptites in it, and that was pretty much it. That's all I did when it came to this area. I didn't know about all these other areas because I never waited long enough on that initial screen, and I just never cared to. So yeah, like I was saying before, if I had tried to use Volt Bite on the first attack, it does even less than just normal. Just a normal lightning spell will, because you have to actually lower his defense first. Then you can hit him with Volt Bite and it'll do lots of damage. And we learned Lightning too. Excellent. That is a very nice tech to have access to. And the next thing you can learn is Life, which is better than the Revives. The Revives bring you back with 50 HP. Life, being a magical spell, brings you back with quite a bit more, and it is based on his magical stat, which is not outstanding, but having Lightning 2 around here is not a bad idea. Almost got Rock Throw. Let's see. Heal Beam, I definitely want to work on that. So Luke and Marley are in and around the same, so I think now is probably as good a time as any to put Robo back in there. And yeah, you don't have to fight any of these guys. As long as you're not moving when the enemies touch you, you'll be fine. Here, I think if you wait long enough on him and he's not facing you when you're running away, you won't get... ow! You won't have to get stuck with that. So anyway, let's show off Lightning 2 since we just learned it. The enemies here are Shiitake. Of course, they're more mushroom-type enemies. They are weak to lightning. They're like most of the enemies in this entire age. And so you can take them down pretty quickly if you want to. There we go. And we'll lead up to this spot up here, because look, there's guards. I think we're finally making progress. We're stopped running around in circles. And which is good timing too, because I've just run out of just run out of MP for Chrono, and he needs to have MP for this area because, as I've said before, lots of these enemies need to be, have their defense reduced by using lightning. So let's finish off this fight, which they're real nice about doing. You have to fight this battle, and when you're done fighting this battle, a save point appears, which gives me access to a shelter, which I need. Oh, the power meal. Let's show what this does. So I've got 129 and 0. This one basically worked like a tonic and gave me 50 HP. Whoop-de-doo. Shelter it is. Get ourselves all back up to full. You've got the speed belt, you've got the bandana, you've got the rage band. Is there any other things that I would like to use here? Actually, you know what? I actually wouldn't mind giving you a magic scarf in this area. That's +2. Do I have anything that gives any more to magic? I do not. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's probably pretty much pretty good there. Yeah, that's pretty much all the time we have for today. So next time we'll go through the door up above and see where it leads. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.